excited for this video as always because I get to share with you guys the secret life of high porosity hair. Like, what causes it? What are the effects of it? And how to really care for high porosity hair. And it's actually a lot easier than you think. So stay tuned. Okay, so in a perfect world, okay, the hair cuticle is smooth. The layers, the cuticles are nice and closed. It is very lipophilic, which makes it very manageable. When it comes to products that you come across, either it's going to be on the outer part of the hair or it's going to be in the inner part of the hair. Now, what determines that, of course, is if you have high porosity hair or low porosity hair. So we want a cuticle that is smooth, that is closed, because it protects the hair, makes the hair more manageable, and overall it is ideal for healthier hair. Now, on the flip side with high porosity hair, number one, high porosity hair is lifted. The cuticles are lifted, we know that. But with high porosity hair, it is very hydrophilic. Now, like I said before, in a perfect world, healthy hair is more lipophilic, meaning our hair loves oil. It has better affinity to oil. Our hair naturally is made up of lipids, aka oil. So when we go to the other side, the hydrophilic side, the water side, that's when the damage can come into play because our hair does not like to be so much in that state. It prefers a lipophilic state. Secondly, hair that is high porosity has more anionic sites, meaning it has more negative charges. So every part of high porosity hair, and also damaged hair as well, where there is any type of damage or chip at the cuticle, there is a negative charge, an anionic site. Anionic hair or negatively charged hair is hair that is more frizzier, which can lead to tangles, which can also lead to breakage, split ends. It can also stunt your hair growth. Now, the effects of having high porosity hair outside of the frizziness, of course, is the moisture loss. High porosity hair has a very difficult time of retaining moisture. It can take it in, but it's not holding it in because the cuticles are lifted and that water is literally evaporating out of the hair. And because the hair is losing moisture, that leads to drier hair, which leads to breakage and split ends. However, with all that being said, there is a way to care for high porosity hair. The first thing is, remember like back in the day we did hot oil treatments like all the time? I want to say that is amazing for the hair. If your hair is high porosity, aka hydrophilic, you need to get it back to a more lipophilic state, and the best way to do that is to incorporate hot oil treatments into your hair care regimen. That can be olive oil, avocado, jojoba, whatever you want to use, but some type of treatment on the hair will be ideal for getting your strands back to being more lipophilic and also sealed as well. Number two, remember how I mentioned how anionic charges are more high on high porosity hair and how those negative charges are next to damaged sites of the hair? Well, I want to recommend you guys using conditioners or deep conditioners that have cationic charges on them, aka positive charges, because even in hair care, opposites attract. So when you are using a conditioner that has cationic ingredients within it, those ingredients are going to attract itself to the damaged parts of the hair to help to smooth the hair down and make it more manageable. Okay, so cationic conditions are ideal for high porosity hair. The next thing is sealing is necessary. When it comes to sealing in moisture, that is a step that you cannot miss. That is so necessary for high porosity hair because you need to retain that moisture. If you have thick high porosity hair, you should be able to withstand hair grease without your hair feeling super weighed down. But I always promote hair grease because it is large enough on a chemical scale to actually lock in that moisture and really seal the cuticles as well. If you're not a huge fan of hair grease, you can always use castor oil, avocado oil, but some type of heavier oil would be ideal if you have thicker hair. If you have thin high porosity hair, then something like grapeseed or sweet almond oil or jojoba oil would be great as well. And then last but not least, I want to say is avoid using ingredients that are going to lift the cuticles even higher. Number one, baking soda rinses. People use them for multiple reasons, but if you have high porosity hair, you should not be using baking soda because that's going to lift your cuticles even more because of the high pH of baking soda. In that case, I would say use apple cider vinegar rinses. It is more ideal to the pH of your hair and it's going to help to seal those cuticles as well. Secondly, you want to avoid using cleansing surfactants that have a high anionic charge, like a high negative charge, like sodium lauryl sulfate. That's one ingredient you want to avoid in your regimen because that is not ideal for high porosity hair because that is going to lift the cuticle as well. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this super simple video. I do have a question for you, of course. If you have high porosity hair or had high porosity hair, what is one thing that has helped you the most, okay? And if you do have high porosity hair, what is like some of the challenges that you are currently experiencing with your hair? So share below and I look forward to joining the conversation with you. Alright, thank you guys for subscribing to this channel, making sure notifications are on to stay in the loop for more curly chemistry content like this. Thank you for liking this video and sharing this video. That is huge. Thank you to all those who've been sharing on Instagram and on Facebook. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for getting the Curly Girl's Guide to Hair Care Ingredients. I'm so excited that it is changing the way you guys look at ingredients in the natural hair care industry. And if you're interested in starting a hair care line but need some assistance or know someone who does, I have a special link for you to check out to work one-on-one with me. Alright, so I love you guys and I will see you guys soon. Bye.